Let's continue solving for the unknown angle within one full turn, 360 degrees. So we have sine of some angle beta, haya, ASTC. Sine is negative in these quadrants. As for the special angle, sine of what is root 3 over 2? We're talking about 60 degrees. So 60 degrees, and we just run the track. 180 plus 60, beta 1 equals 240 degrees. And beta 2 is 360 minus 60, which is 300 degrees. Now let's solve for theta. Haya, ASTC, cosine is negative here and here. Cosine of what is 1/2 or 0.5? It's cosine of 60 degrees, the reference angle. So we run the track this way. We have 90 plus 30 more is 120. And we have 180 plus 60 more is 240. So these are the solutions. Again, we solve x, this unknown angle, by writing ASTC, noticing that this value is positive. Tan is positive here and here. And tan of what becomes root 3? Please memorize these results directly. 1, 2, root 3. We have tan 60 degrees. Tan 60 is opposite over adjacent, which is root 3. So the reference angle is 60. For tan, we always have a stick going across two opposite quadrants. So we have x1, the first angle is 60 degrees. And x2 is 180 plus 60 more. We have 240 degrees as our solutions. Now let's solve tan theta equals negative 2. Sometimes the values are not special at all. We need a calculator. So haya, ASTC, tan is negative here and here. Now to find the reference angle, we hit tan inverse of 2 on your calculator. You might have to press second or shift. So tan inverse of 2 is approximately 63.4 degrees, and that is our reference angle. So we draw a nice stick here. We write down 63.4 as our reference angles, and we run the track. This here is 180 minus 63.4, which is approximately 116.6 degrees. And then we have our second possible angle, which is 360 minus 63.4, which is approximately 296.6 degrees. I recommend that you figure out the sign first, the negative, to determine the quadrants, and then to hit tan inverse of the number part only, not including the sign. Now finally, we have this strange question where we cannot find any possible values of theta because the answer is undefined. If you hit sine inverse of 2 on your calculator, you'll get an error. Undefined. The reason why is because this graph, y equals sine theta, you'll learn next year how to draw this. It starts down here, it goes up to 1, and then it goes down to a lowest value of negative 1. And this sinusoidal function keeps waving up and down forever and ever. So when we say that the value equals 2, that's way up here. This is like an airplane pilot never hitting the mountains. So there's no solution. The word solution or solve means to find when the graph hits this line, and it never hits. So this answer is impossible. No solution. Theta in standard position on the unit circle has these coordinates, x and y. Let's find theta. Recall that x equals cosine of theta on the unit circle, and y equals sine of theta. We draw the unit circle this way with a radius of 1. Now when the x value is negative, it means it's somewhere on the left, here or here. Now the y value is positive, so it must be in this quadrant over here. Now forget the signs, forget the fact that it's negative and positive now. Focus on the values. When you say cosine is root 3 over 2, cosine of what is root 3 over 2? It's cosine 30, because we have the 1, 2, root 3 triangle, and cosine of 30 is adjacent over hypotenuse. Indeed, we're talking about the reference angle of 30 degrees. So we draw the angle 30 degrees here. So this point has the exact coordinates over here. This is the point. And theta is 150 degrees in standard position. Theta equals 150 degrees. We can verify a result by thinking about theta being 150 and focusing on the y value. The y value is sine of the angle, and the angle is 150, we claim. Now what is trig of the known angle 150? Haya, ASTC 150 in standard position is going to be 90 plus 60 more, gives us a reference angle of 30, this far. We are in this sine quadrant, so sine 150 must be positive because sine is positive in this quadrant. And what is the reference angle? 30. What is sine 30? Sine 30 is opposite over hypotenuse. It's 1/2 or 0.5. So indeed we have the correct value. So theta is 150 degrees.